Chosen one, listen closely. The hour you have been waiting for has arrived. You may have felt unseen, overlooked, or unnoticed, carrying the weight of your dreams and prayers silently in your heart. But today the heavens are declaring a shift so profound that the very air around you feels different. Something is stirring, something powerful, and it is about to break through the veil that has hidden your destiny for far too long. You are not ordinary. You were never meant to blend in or settle for mediocrity. God has set you apart, uniquely crafted, tested, and refined in the fires of life, so that your light would one day shine with a brilliance that cannot be ignored. All the delays, the seasons of waiting, the unanswered prayers, they were not denials. They were preparation. And now the stage is being set for your moment. Imagine a veil thick and heavy separating you from the vision you've been longing to step into. That veil is about to be lifted. What was once hidden, what was once silent, will now be seen. Doors that were closed will open wide. Opportunities that seemed distant will now rush toward you. The world will recognize your worth, your purpose, and the divine calling on your life. And yet this revelation is not merely for recognition. It is for transformation. It is for awakening the fullness of your spirit, aligning your steps with God's perfect timing, and stepping boldly into the life that has been designed specifically for you. There are forces both seen and unseen that have tried to delay this moment. But the chains of doubt, fear, and invisibility are breaking today. Pay close attention, chosen one. In the coming message, you will understand not only the power of this unveiling, but also the sacred role you are to play in God's greater plan. Signs have already begun to appear, whispers of confirmation, gentle nudges, and unmistakable signals guiding your steps. Your heart knows this truth: the veil is lifting, and the world is about to witness the light you carry. Hold on to this truth. Hold on to faith. For what you are about to receive is not just an event, it is a divine appointment. And when the veil is removed, you will stand fully seen, fully empowered, and fully aligned with the destiny that has been waiting for you since the beginning of time. The source of this message is not from human wisdom, nor from the fleeting opinions of the world. It comes directly from the one who holds time in his hands, who knows every detail of your journey, and who has been orchestrating your steps long before you were aware. God is speaking now, not in a distant, abstract way, but intimately, personally, with precision that cuts through distraction and doubt. He sees the tears you have hidden, the prayers whispered in the dark, the moments when hope felt faint, and yet you held on. Every struggle has been noticed, every moment of perseverance recorded in the annals of heaven. And now, in divine timing, the Creator is stepping closer, drawing back the curtain and revealing what has been prepared specifically for you. This revelation is not accidental. It is not random. It is destined. Every life, every season, every challenge has been a thread woven into a tapestry that only now can be fully revealed. Imagine a masterful artist, painting with infinite patience, layering colors and textures until the final stroke brings the image into brilliant clarity. That is what is happening in your life. The hands of God have been at work unseen, preparing, shaping, and positioning you for a moment that will define your destiny. Trust is key. Faith must rise. The unseen forces that have worked against you, the silent doubts and the inner fears, these are all being addressed by a wisdom far greater than your own. There is a divine order that surpasses human logic. A plan so vast that even the limitations of your own understanding cannot contain it. The God who commands the universe has set his attention on you. He knows your heart, your desires, your calling, and the unique light that only you can bring to the world. As this moment unfolds, recognize the signs that God is near. You may feel a stirring in your spirit, a gentle pull guiding your thoughts, a clarity that comes like sunlight piercing through clouds. These are confirmations that you are aligned with His will, that your season of preparation is ending, and that your time to step fully into visibility and purpose has arrived. This is not just a message of promise. It is a divine assurance. The authority, favor, and anointing you have been waiting for are real, and they are now moving toward you. Heaven is activating your life, removing barriers and orchestrating circumstances so that every step you take leads closer to the manifestation of what has been written specifically for you. Pay attention to the subtle cues around you. The whispers, the coincidences, the gentle confirmations. They are God's fingerprints showing that nothing is random and nothing is wasted. Every moment, every struggle, every delay has been preparation for the unveiling that is at your doorstep. Hold your heart steady, for what comes next will require openness and courage. The path has been paved, the doors are aligning, and the veil is lifting. You are not merely witnessing divine timing, you are participating in it, and the fullness of what God has prepared for you will soon be revealed. Now the message you have been waiting for begins to take shape. The chains that once bound your destiny are not only breaking, they are shattering. The heaviness you have carried, the burdens that seem too great to bear, are being removed one link at a time. You may not have seen it coming in the natural, but the spiritual realm has already declared your liberation. This is your divine moment of breakthrough, and it is powerful, personal, and inevitable. Picture this, a massive door, ancient yet radiant, slowly swinging open. Behind it lies a path illuminated by golden light, a pathway that has been prepared specifically for you. The obstacles that once blocked your steps, the doubts, the fears, the unseen manipulations, are collapsing at the sound of heaven's decree. Every chain that attempted to hold you back is falling into dust, scattered by a force far greater than the one that forged them. You are stepping into a season where freedom is not just a promise, it is a reality. This liberation will manifest in every area of your life. Opportunities that seem delayed will arrive with perfect timing. Relationships that were meant to elevate your spirit will align naturally. Finances, health, and spiritual clarity will begin to flow not sporadically, but as a consistent expression of divine favor. You will notice that things which were once stagnant are suddenly moving, and what seemed impossible is now inevitable. Yet understand that this prophecy is not merely about external circumstances. It is about your inner transformation. The chains that are breaking are not only around your circumstances, but also around your mind, your emotions, and your spirit. Every doubt that whispered, "You are not enough," every fear that said, "You will fail," every hidden pressure that weighed down your joy, these too are falling away. What remains is a spirit strengthened, purified, and empowered to fulfill the calling placed upon you before the foundations of the world. There is a sense of urgency in this unfolding, but it is not a fear-driven urgency. It is a sacred alert. Heaven is saying, "Do not delay in stepping forward, for your freedom awaits, and every moment counts." Like the dawn breaking after a long night, this revelation brings clarity, warmth, and illumination to every shadowed corner of your life. You will recognize the signs because they resonate within your soul. They are unmistakable, undeniable, and deeply personal. As you embrace this prophetic declaration, know that the enemy will resist. The same chains that are breaking may attempt to tighten in a final effort. Doubts may rise, old patterns may tempt, and the past may try to whisper, "You are not ready." But these are not indicators of failure. They are confirmations that you are stepping into something monumental. The very resistance you feel is proof that you are moving in the right direction, that the weight of your destiny is being lifted from invisible shoulders and placed firmly in your hands. Prepare to witness the unfolding of what has been whispered to your spirit for so long. The chains are breaking, the doors are opening, and your freedom is not coming slowly. It is arriving with clarity, purpose, and divine authority. Heaven has orchestrated every detail to ensure that this is unmistakable, undeniable, and eternal in its impact. This is your moment to walk forward without hesitation, to embrace the prophetic promise in full, and to step boldly into the destiny that was always meant for you. Keep your eyes on the light, your heart anchored in faith, and your spirit open to the profound work that God is performing, for the liberation you have longed for is now within reach. As the chains fall and the doors swing open, it is vital to understand the spiritual significance of what is occurring. This is not merely a moment of external change, it is a profound shift in your soul, a divine recalibration of your spirit to align with your highest destiny. Every trial you endured, every silent struggle you faced, and every season of waiting has been intentional, crafted to strengthen your faith, refine your character, and prepare your heart to fully receive this freedom. The universe has conspired with heaven itself to ensure that you are ready. Consider the metaphor of the refining fire. Just as gold is purified by heat, your spirit has been subjected to trials that remove impurities, revealing the brilliance that was always within you. The chains that bound you were not random. They represented limitations, doubts, and fears that were never meant to accompany you into your calling. By breaking, they reveal your true capacity for faith, resilience, and divine authority. Every link that falls is a testimony to your endurance and the sacred work God has performed within you. Freedom in this context is both literal and spiritual. It is the liberty to walk boldly in your purpose, the removal of unseen barriers that hinder your progress, and the empowerment to fulfill the mission that only you can accomplish. But this liberation also carries responsibility. You are being entrusted with the clarity, wisdom, and courage to steward this moment well. Just as a river breaks through a dam to irrigate new lands, the freedom you receive is meant to flow through your life and into the lives of others, bringing blessing, inspiration, and light. Divine timing is a key principle here. The season of breaking is not happening too early, and it is not happening too late. Everything aligns with God's perfect calendar. The delays you endured were not denials. They were divine pauses, allowing your character, your faith, and your readiness to align with the magnitude of what is being released. The waiting was sacred. The silence was holy. And now, in this appointed moment, you are stepping into a flow of favor, clarity, and empowerment that was meticulously orchestrated from the heavens. Think of this prophecy as a cosmic alignment of your spiritual, emotional, and practical life. The obstacles that seemed insurmountable were never stronger than the divine force orchestrating your breakthrough. Every storm you faced has served a higher purpose to prepare your heart to recognize the true source of liberation, to trust in divine orchestration, and to walk with assurance in the unseen. Your life has been a journey through valleys and over mountains, and every step has led to this intersection of destiny and freedom. Transformation is inseparable from liberation. When chains break, they leave space for new power, light, and authority to inhabit the areas they once restrained. You are not only being released from the burdens of the past, but you are also stepping into an expanded capacity to receive influence and shine. Your faith once tested is now fortified. Your vision once blurred is now clarified. Your spirit once encumbered is now empowered to rise without limitation. Metaphors of light storms and doors are not accidental. They are symbolic markers of your spiritual journey. The light represents the clarity and guidance of God, illuminating your path. The storms symbolize the trials that purify and strengthen your soul. The doors are the opportunities, blessings, and divine assignments that await you once you step boldly forward. Each element carries a lesson. Nothing is wasted, nothing is arbitrary, and everything is intentional. Your destiny is sacred, and this moment is a confirmation of the faith you have sown and the perseverance you have displayed. It is a divine alignment where your inner readiness meets heaven's orchestration. As these chains break and as the fullness of freedom begins to manifest, understand that this is more than liberation. It is the inauguration of a new season, a sacred chapter where your spirit, your calling, and your purpose converge in divine harmony. Prepare to see the ripple effects of this freedom manifest in ways both subtle and spectacular. Hearts will open, doors will align, and opportunities will flow with divine precision. This is not chance. This is prophecy. This is God's intentional, beautiful, and transformative work unfolding in real time, just for you. As this divine moment unfolds, you may begin to notice subtle signs confirming that the chains are truly breaking and that freedom is arriving. These signals are not coincidences. They are whispers from the heavens carefully placed to assure your spirit and guide your steps. Pay attention, for the universe is aligning to speak directly to you in ways that feel both personal and unmistakable. One sign may appear as a sudden sense of peace that rises above anxiety. In situations that once brought worry or doubt, you may feel a calm settling within, as if a gentle hand is steadying your heart. This peace is more than emotional relief. It is a spiritual confirmation that God is at work removing obstacles and securing your path. Another indicator could manifest through timing and alignment. You might notice that events, conversations, or opportunities begin to coincide perfectly, as though the pieces of a puzzle are snapping into place. People who were previously distant may reappear in your life to offer support, guidance, or unexpected blessings. Doors that once seemed closed may open at just the right moment, and resources may arrive in ways that defy human explanation. Look also for synchronicities in nature and everyday life. A sudden sunrise casting golden rays on your path. A song that mirrors your inner emotions, or a recurring symbol like a feather. A number sequence or a gentle breeze in a quiet moment can all serve as divine nudges. These subtle signals are heaven's way of affirming that you are aligned with the flow of destiny and that your liberation is unfolding exactly as it should. Internal confirmation is equally powerful. You may feel a stirring in your spirit, a renewed clarity, or an unshakable sense of purpose. Thoughts that once seemed muddled may now carry profound clarity. You might feel energy shifting within your body, a lightness replacing heaviness, or a warmth in your heart, signaling that divine favor is at work. These internal cues are signs that your spirit recognizes the season of freedom. Finally, unexpected breakthroughs, small victories that seem too perfectly timed, serve as tangible proof. Perhaps a long-awaited message arrives. A long-term goal moves forward, or a situation that felt stagnant suddenly begins to resolve. These manifestations, however minor they may appear, are confirmations from heaven that the prophecy is active in your life. Take note of these signs, both subtle and overt. Write them down, reflect upon them, and allow them to strengthen your faith. Each confirmation is a thread weaving together the tapestry of your divine release. The heavens are speaking. Listen carefully, and you will recognize that your freedom is no longer distant. It is arriving now, piece by piece, sign by sign, and your spirit will know with absolute certainty that you are moving into the fulfillment of God's perfect plan. Even as the chains break and freedom begins to manifest, know that challenges may still arise. These are not signs of failure, nor are they punishments. Rather, they are sacred tests designed to refine your faith, strengthen your resolve, and prepare you for the fullness of the blessing that is coming. The same power breaking the chains is also equipping you to face the final obstacles with courage and clarity. Some challenges may appear as internal struggles, lingering doubts, moments of fear, or questions about whether you are truly ready for what lies ahead. These thoughts are natural, but they are not reflective of your destiny. They are opportunities to anchor your faith more deeply to remember that the hand of God is guiding every step and to choose trust over worry. Every time you overcome these internal battles, your spirit grows stronger, your vision becomes clearer, and your authority over your life is strengthened. External challenges may also emerge in unexpected ways. Situations or people who once seemed aligned may shift, creating tension or uncertainty. Resources may appear delayed, or the world may test your patience in ways that feel frustrating. Yet even these trials serve a higher purpose. They are designed to help you recognize the true source of your power, to separate what is temporary from what is eternal, and to build endurance for the blessings that follow. Hidden challenges may also take the form of spiritual opposition. Forces that once tried to limit your growth may attempt one final resistance. You may encounter moments when the weight of circumstances feels heavier, when old fears resurface, or when temptation to retreat seems strong. But these moments are proof that you are on the right path. The presence of resistance is an indication that you are stepping into a space of divine significance, where your freedom matters, where your calling is real, and where your breakthrough carries eternal impact. Remember, these tests are not permanent. They are temporary measures designed to elevate, not to defeat. The same spirit that breaks chains is also your shield, your guide, and your source of strength. Through prayer, reflection, and unwavering faith, you can navigate every hidden challenge with confidence, knowing that they are part of a process that culminates in liberation, transformation, and fulfillment. Embrace these moments as sacred invitations to deepen your trust. Let them remind you that the breakthrough you are walking into is powerful precisely because it has been refined through fire. With every test overcome, your spirit rises higher, your faith becomes unshakable, and the glory of the freedom that awaits becomes even more radiant. As the chains break and freedom draws near, the heavens are calling you to action. This is a time of preparation, a sacred moment when your response determines the fullness of your breakthrough. God's voice is clear, and it beckons you to align your heart, mind, and spirit with the divine flow that is unfolding. These instructions are not burdens. They are keys, tools for stepping fully into your freedom and living the life you were created to embrace. First, cultivate a spirit of unwavering faith. Faith is the bridge between the unseen and the seen, between divine promise and earthly manifestation. It is not enough to hope quietly or to believe intermittently. Your faith must be active, alive, and steadfast. Speak words of declaration over your life. Affirm the promises of God daily. Let your heart resonate with certainty that what has been spoken by heaven is now in motion. Even when circumstances appear uncertain, allow faith to guide your steps, for it is the engine of divine alignment. Second, practice discernment in every decision. This is a season where clarity is available to you, but it requires attentiveness. Observe the doors that open and the doors that close. Pay attention to the whispers of intuition, the nudges of your spirit, and the confirmations that arise in your daily experiences. Not every opportunity aligns with divine purpose. Choose with wisdom, guided by prayer, reflection, and the quiet assurance of God's direction. Third, cultivate gratitude and acknowledgement for the work that has already been done. Take time to reflect on the seasons you have endured, the victories that were hidden, and the lessons learned through trials. Gratitude opens the heart to receive more, creating space for favor, abundance, and breakthrough. Celebrate each small sign, each subtle confirmation, and each step forward, for these are markers of divine orchestration in your life. Fourth, align your actions with the principles of integrity and obedience. The freedom being released is sacred. It requires alignment with God's moral and spiritual order. Speak truth, act with righteousness, and walk in humility. These actions magnify the power of your breakthrough, ensuring that what is coming is sustainable, anchored in divine favor, and resistant to disruption. Your obedience is a form of empowerment, creating momentum that propels you into the next chapter of your destiny. Fifth, engage in intentional preparation. This may include setting boundaries in relationships, releasing habits or influences that no longer serve your purpose, and creating physical, mental, and spiritual space for new blessings to flow. Preparation is not passive. It is active stewardship of the life you are receiving. Treat each day as an opportunity to ready yourself for the fullness of what is being released, knowing that small steps compound into monumental shifts. Finally, remain vigilant in prayer and meditation. Connect daily with the source of your strength. Invite divine guidance into every decision and maintain a posture of listening and receptivity. The heavens are ready to speak, but you must be attuned to hear. Through consistent communion, your spirit will recognize opportunities, avoid pitfalls, and walk in the confidence that comes from knowing you are fully supported by the divine. Do not delay. These instructions are both urgent and empowering. Your breakthrough is imminent, and the steps you take now will determine the ease, clarity, and magnitude of the freedom you receive. Treat this time as sacred, as a holy opportunity to prepare your heart, mind, and spirit to receive the liberation that has been promised. When you act in faith, discernment, gratitude, obedience, preparation, and prayer, you are not merely responding, you are co-creating with heaven itself. Step forward with courage. Follow these instructions diligently and watch as the invisible forces that once held you back are dismantled. Every link that falls away, every barrier that dissolves, and every door that opens is the result of your alignment with divine instruction. The freedom is waiting. The destiny is ready. And the world is about to witness the power of what happens when heaven and human obedience move in perfect unity. As you step into this season of freedom, take heart. Nothing can move against you without divine permission. The same power that breaks chains is now establishing a shield around your life, unseen yet unshakable. You are enveloped in protection that transcends human understanding, a covering that guards your mind, body, and spirit from forces that would seek to hinder your destiny. This protection is not passive. It is active, dynamic, and responsive, surrounding you at every turn. Imagine a sphere of radiant light encircling you, impenetrable and glowing with divine authority. Within this sphere, no negativity, fear, or opposition can enter. Every word spoken against you, every attempt to block your progress, and every shadow of doubt is intercepted before it touches your heart or mind. Your steps are guided, your environment is aligned, and every hidden enemy is neutralized by a force greater than any earthly power. You are safe, supported, and held in the hands of the Creator. This assurance is not just about protection from external forces. It is also a reminder that your spirit is fortified against internal struggles. The moments when fear or uncertainty arise are met with divine comfort. The storms of doubt cannot prevail because your soul is anchored in the certainty of God's plan. When anxiety threatens, a sense of peace rises to meet it, reinforcing that you are never alone. Every step you take is under supervision, every path illuminated by wisdom, and every challenge accompanied by divine guidance, even in the face of sudden trials. Remember that these are temporary and orchestrated within the framework of your divine protection. What may appear as a disruption is often a lesson, a redirection, or an opportunity to witness the power of God's hand at work. Trust that the same power that shields you is actively working in your favor, creating openings where none existed and providing assistance when you need it most. Visualize yourself walking forward, surrounded by angels' light and heavenly forces aligned in your favor. Their presence is constant, a silent army that ensures your safety and reinforces your confidence. Every step you take is accompanied by guidance, every decision supported, and every moment of hesitation met with reassurance. You are fortified spiritually, emotionally, and physically. Take comfort in knowing that protection is not conditional upon perfection. It is a gift of grace for those who remain aligned with divine purpose and trust in the process. Your journey may have challenges, but you are never abandoned. The liberation you are stepping into is accompanied by a divine safety net, ensuring that every victory, every breakthrough, and every moment of fulfillment is secure. Hold on to this assurance as you continue to walk into freedom. Let it quiet your mind, steady your heart, and empower your spirit. You are guarded, you are cherished, and you are fully supported. The chains may have bound you in the past, but now you are encircled by a protection that cannot be broken, and nothing can stop the destiny that is unfolding for you. As the chains fall completely away, you will notice a profound transformation taking root within you. It will not be only in the circumstances surrounding your life, but deep within your soul. The heaviness that once clouded your mind and weighed down your spirit is replaced by lightness, clarity, and a newfound energy. You will walk differently, think differently, and perceive the world with eyes illuminated by divine understanding. What was once impossible will now appear inevitable. Your perspective will shift. Challenges that once seemed overwhelming will now appear as stepping stones carefully designed by heaven to elevate you. The storms you endured are no longer burdens. They are badges of resilience, proof of your unwavering faith and testimonies of the power that carried you through. Every struggle, every delay, every unseen hand that once held you back now contributes to a story of triumph, empowerment, and sacred fulfillment. Emotionally, you will feel an overwhelming sense of peace and joy. The liberation you experience will release a river of gratitude that flows through every aspect of your life. Moments of tension will dissolve into laughter and lightness. Your heart will carry a deep awareness of being chosen, valued, and preserved for a purpose greater than any individual task or goal. This is the joy of freedom, not fleeting or dependent on circumstances, but anchored in the eternal assurance of God's favor. Spiritually, the transformation is equally remarkable. Your faith will no longer be theoretical, it will be embodied. You will recognize your authority over areas that once felt beyond your control, understanding that the same Spirit that orchestrated your breakthrough now empowers you to influence, inspire, and create. You will sense a deeper connection to heaven, a communion that is intimate, unshakable, and guiding every decision you make. The chains that once restricted your spiritual growth are gone, and in their place, a new capacity to receive, discern, and act with divine wisdom arises. You will also notice changes in your environment. Relationships will align with your purpose. Opportunities will appear with precision and timing that feels miraculous. Doors that were once hidden or closed will open, and pathways will emerge that lead directly to your destiny. You will recognize these alignments not as coincidences, but as the unfolding of a plan that has been centuries in the making, designed specifically for you. Your transformation is not only for your benefit, it carries a ripple effect. The light now shining within you will illuminate others, inspiring them, guiding them, and reminding them of the possibility of divine liberation. The faith you have exercised, the endurance you have demonstrated, and the lessons you have learned will all converge to create influence, leadership, and testimony. You are now a beacon of hope, a living proof that heaven's promises are real, and that faith combined with perseverance yields miraculous fulfillment. As you step fully into this new chapter, embrace the emotions, the empowerment, and the spiritual authority that accompany it. Know that the liberation you feel is sacred, permanent, and life-altering. The chains that once bound you are gone forever, and in their place stands a version of yourself strengthened, enlightened, and prepared to fulfill every divine assignment set before you. This is the fulfillment of promises whispered to your spirit long ago. This is the culmination of seasons of preparation, trials, and perseverance. And as you walk forward, every step will affirm the depth of your transformation. the authenticity of your freedom, and the eternal significance of the destiny now firmly within your grasp. Now, as you stand on the threshold of your freedom, it is time to speak these truths aloud and anchor them in your spirit. Repeat these affirmations daily, letting them resonate deeply within you, for they carry the authority of heaven and the power of your destiny. I am free. The chains that bound my purpose are broken, and I walk in liberty and light. I am chosen. I am divinely appointed, preserved through trials, and equipped for the assignment set before me. I am empowered. Every step I take is guided by the Spirit, and every decision aligns with my highest purpose. I am protected. Heaven surrounds me with unbreakable strength, shielding me from harm and guiding me into blessings. As you declare these affirmations, feel the weight of fear, doubt, and limitation dissolve. Let them be replaced with a sense of unshakable peace, radiant joy, and deep confidence. This is your sacred moment, the culmination of preparation, faith, and divine orchestration. Receive now this prophetic blessing over your life. May every chain that has held you be broken completely. May doors that have remained closed swing open with radiant light and opportunity. May the Spirit of God guide your steps with precision, clarity, and wisdom. May peace, favor, and joy overflow in your life, touching every area of your journey. May your faith be fortified, your vision sharpened, and your heart aligned fully with your divine calling. And may you walk boldly into your destiny, confident that the heavens themselves have declared this season as your moment of liberation, fulfillment, and empowerment. Carry this blessing with you into every day. Let it remind you that your struggles were never in vain, your waiting was never unnoticed, and your breakthrough is not only real, but permanent. Stand tall, move forward, and live fully in the freedom that has been prepared specifically for you. The chains are broken. The doors are open. Your time has come. Go forth with courage, with faith, and with the unwavering assurance that the divine is with you at every step. Amen.